This video is addressed to a specific group of delusional Marvel Rivals players. They preach non-stop about how their game is a million times better than Overwatch, that Overwatch is cancelled, and we should all jump ship lest we wish to kiss the feet of greedy Blizzard executives for the rest of our days. It's annoying to me because I'll see people talking about Overwatch and even smaller streamers playing the game casually, and there always has to be this one shitter that's like, "Why are you playing mid-watch, you Blizzard shill? You know they don't care about the game, right? They once promised PvE and went back on it. You know Marvel Rivals wouldn't do that." Like, shut up, we get it! If you want to hear something really outrageous, I'm actually a fan of both games. Which I know, pretty hard to believe, but it's true. And from this point of view, it's fairly obvious why one game won't overshadow the other. They offer different experiences to players. It's as simple as that. If you've played Overwatch, you know that a game of unranked feels sweatier than the local retirement home's trip to the sauna. People approach each game of Overwatch like they'll die in real life for losing. That's because the game is more focused on being competitive. Even though the balanced team puts out many questionable patch notes, the game prioritizes achieving balance across its large roster of characters. But we also can't forget that Overwatch has a casual audience as well. Just look at the sheer number of skins Mercy, Kiriko, and Juno get on a regular basis. And also the amount of really passionate and talented animators that consistently pump out new videos on. After being around for almost 9 years, Overwatch is able to cater to both hardcore and casual players, but I'm sure we can all agree that it skews more on the competitive side. A lot of people don't like that and have slowly come to resent the game. I won't go on a huge tangent as to why, so here's a brief overview. Blizzard has a history of mismanaging the game, going back on promises, and releasing bullshit patch notes that somehow buff and nerf the same 3 characters on an endless loop. Blizzard also doesn't do anything with the amazing setting and characters they came up with. Unless you're one of the very few comic book readers, there's no ongoing story, no TV shows or movies, nothing. The majority of the game's story, for lack of a better term, comes from those animators, funny enough. So here comes Marvel Rivals, the cool new kid on the block. Everyone knows Marvel. People have seen dozens of their TV shows and movies, and they've been pumping out comics across a massive interconnected universe for almost a century now. And to top it all off, Marvel Rivals is a more casual-friendly game. With a roster almost as big as Overwatch's right out the gate, Marvel Rivals has less strict game balance and no role lock, so players have the freedom to customize their teams however they want. This leads to a less serious, more goofy experience that's overall been pure chaos! Whereas team compositions are more carefully considered in Overwatch, Marvel Rivals introduces a team-up mechanic, which gives heroes unique abilities when paired together. For example, Spider-Man can turn into a symbiote when he's paired up with Venom, and it can be used to either zone out an area or finish off an enemy. You'd think these team-ups would make the game feel more complicated, but with a few exceptions, team-ups are entirely optional, and if anything, just adds to all of the casual fun to be had in Marvel Rivals. This game is essentially the wet dream of Overwatch players who've been burnt out for years because it's a game based on an IP that actually has an ongoing story, a game that's less sweaty while still keeping a degree of competitiveness for dedicated players, and a game that introduces fun new mechanics that innovate upon ideas originally introduced in Overwatch. It was only natural that many Overwatch fans would jump ship to Marvel Rivals in addition to the colossal fanbase that Marvel already has. But, here's where we need to be clear. Overwatch is more competitive, Marvel Rivals is more casual, therefore, the games are distinct products that offer 2 different experiences to players. For that reason alone, one game will not overtake the other. If it's not a Mauga or Orisa meta, people will always enjoy how strategically in-depth Overwatch can be. They'll enjoy the heroes and continue to buy new skins every season. On the flip side, people will enjoy how arcadey Marvel Rivals feels, and fall in love with the idea of playing as their favorite superheroes in the hero shooter format. Therefore, once the Marvel Rivals honeymoon phase ends, the game populations will even out and both games will coexist because people are just gonna play what they prefer. We should be following in the footsteps of the animators. They've already united both IPs in harmony. But instead, we're just gonna resort to the typical gamer arguments over pixels, balancing, and who your mother slept with. All I'm really trying to say here is, just play what you like. We don't need to be tearing other people down for what they like. Just you do you, and that's it. That's it at the end of the day. So thank you for watching. Hopefully you took something away from this short video, but I just kept seeing annoying stuff online. I had to get this off my chest, so appreciate you guys as always, and I'll see you in the next one.